Please welcome Kendrick Lamar.
In the last year, Kendrick Lamar has done more than just win a rap battle. He's gone on a generational run that has seen him gone from one of the biggest names in hip-hop to an undeniable force in all of music. And believe it or not, there's a way to take his genius energy from your ears into your very life. Rise up, GG Nation, because it's time for a digital guidance lesson from your internet school counselor. And just in time for Rock Your School, let's see how Kung Fu Kenny's career can help you level up in every area of your life. Let's go! It's guidance time.
What should people expect to see and understand about Sunday's performance?
Storytelling.
Let's start with the biggest moment of K-Dot's career, the Super Bowl. This is where he revealed his first life hack. Go beyond the average. Being the headliner of the Super Bowl halftime show is a massive opportunity. Only the most legendary acts get the chance to take the stage of the most watched TV show of the year. And if we're keeping it a buck, what most artists do when they get the big game gig is that they play it safe. Play the hits, sing the songs everybody knows, maybe do something crazy like reunite with your old crew, and bam, you earned your paycheck. Wait, what? The NFL doesn't pay them for that? But Kendrick's move? He not only understood the assignment, he took it to another level. Remember, he got the gig after wrecking Drake, so he knew all eyes were on him.
All eyes on me.
Expectations were high as the first rapper to lead the halftime show. He wanted to make sure that he did it right for not just himself, but for the culture. And the end result? The most watched Super Bowl halftime show of all time, a concert that was more entertaining than the actual game, and a show that's generated hours of content analyzing and breaking down every minute and every note that's still relevant to this day.
To this day. To this day.
So how can we do the same thing? Let's break down 3 quick ways to go above the average in whatever you do. First, don't do what everyone else is doing. If you got a project, don't just do the same cardboard presentation. Is there a way to put music or art into it? K-Dot didn't just play his most popular songs for 15 minutes. In fact, his first tune of the set was an unreleased song that he still hasn't put out yet. Hey, sorry, but for real, bro needs to drop that song. He gave the audience a chance to know his music outside of what they already knew him for. Second, whatever you do, make it uniquely you. Mr. Morale's performance wasn't just a concert. It had elements of a play, with a narrator, changing scenes and actual dance numbers. That's how Kendrick does a concert. He takes parts of his interest and puts it into his work. It may look different for you, but it's still possible. Finding a way to fuse your interest into your work, be it cars, anime, whatever. Not only does the job suddenly become easier, but it can give you ideas on how to elevate your work. And third, take the time. You don't create a show like the one Mr. Duckworth did at the last minute. All the Easter eggs and references he threw in there don't just happen. They're done with effort and with time. And when it comes to us, you already know what that looks like. Procrastination is the enemy. Time is your friend. Use the time you have to study for a test and maximize it. You don't need to spend every waking minute on it, just enough that you'll be confident in whatever challenge you have in front of you. Know that when you're giving the time to prepare and practice, when the time comes, you'll be ready to execute. But of course, Kendrick's career is more than just bodying the champagne poppy with music. Let's look at his most recent album to see what he has to show us.
If this world were mine.
Hey.
Every society has its myths and legends. Anansi, Paul Bunyan, the Tooth Fairy. Great stories of characters that we wish were true, but in reality aren't. And we still have our myths today. And perhaps the most dangerous one is the self-made man or woman. The self-made person, through their hard work, dedication, and perseverance, overcomes the odds and places their name in the history books. I call this person a myth because that's not how life works. And Kendrick Lamar knows this, and GNX is proof. Do you know how many guest features K-Dot has on this album? 12. That's a lot for an album. But the secret behind this album that we can take is that life is a group project. Could Kung Fu Kenny have done GNX without any guest artists? Sure, he's talented enough to make it work without them. But could you imagine TV Off without Lefty? Or Luther without SZA?
I don't think so.
Mr. Morale didn't get to the top of the rap game by himself. He had his business partners, like his old record TDG and Dave Free. And he has his musical team members, like SZA. And of course... And in your life, the same thing applies. Think of the last big win you accomplished recently. Ask yourself, who helped you along the way? Perhaps it was a friend who encouraged you, or a mentor that gave you advice. The more you think about it, the more you realize that there was a group of people that helped you get where you wanted to go. And knowing that you have people in your corner who will back you and support you actually takes a lot of pressure off. Now you know that it's not all on you to make it happen. Success is a team sport. and few understand that better than K-Dot.
Opportunity to learn myself, find out who I am.
Pop quiz. What was Kendrick Lamar's first album? Now, the casuals among us might say Good Kid, Mad City, but they're wrong. Others might say Overdedicated or C4, but those are mixtapes, not a full studio album, so they don't count. That honor goes to Section 80, a gem that came out back in 2011. Does that surprise you? You thought that K-Dot's career started with Good Kid, or maybe even To Pimp a Butterfly? Before All Right and Money Trees, there was ADHD and High Power. So what does that have to do with us? It means that success often doesn't happen on the first try. The rapper that would be known as Kung Fu Kenny had to sharpen his skills, get good, and go through a period where no one knew who he was. And for most of us, it's the same story. We would love to have life just give us what we want on the first try, with no effort whatsoever. But more often than not, we need to mess up, miss the mark, and straight up fail before we get what we want. Kendrick didn't start off at the top. He put in his time, made mistakes, and got better. And we can't forget that. Just like how the self-made person is a myth, the idea that successful people just get there without effort is also not true. And those who do just pop up to the top often get exposed for cheating their way there. So don't get discouraged by your L's or let your missed opportunities get the last word. Learn from the failure. Figure out how to get better, then do it. The man who's running the rap game today had to do what has never been done before, lean on others, and learn from his missteps before getting to where he is now. Like he said, and not like us, he's putting you on game. The question now is, you ready to act on his advice? One of the wild things about music is the fact that even though most of the time one person gets all the credit for a hit song, the truth is that there's a whole team responsible for an irresistible earworm. And one such person is the songwriter. And there's actually a songwriter who's crossed paths with legends like Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, and Michael Jackson. Check out this video to find out more. See you there. Got its guy out.